this, and I think it's going to be a tone setter, right? I think this is kind of putting it down in the veto as saying, this is our best map. It's also one of your best maps. Let's see who's best. And now it's time to find out, Alan. We'll get a very early idea here. Whoever takes Nuke is going to get a massive leg up in this series.
It will be pivotal. And we're straight in. Straight into the first pistol round. No nades bought on the T side, so full contact ramp. I'm not sure what else you can do.
Well, you can die a whole lot. They have hit the ramp. It hasn't gone well. They're torn to shreds. That's an interesting ragdoll. Up in hell there, in the J-hole.
We take those.
Hugging the wall. Man stuck. Hold on. There we go. There he is again. And this time Shalfie will add to it. I'm still very much in doubt. With Heaven given over, this could get tough. Where's the third player? Third player's down lower. Still wary, but they don't expect Adams to be here. Nice attempt at the trade, but Adams. Oh, pirouette and beautiful work with that USP.
Huge hold. Huge hold. If he misses any of those shots, he's a dead man. And his teammate in Mini couldn't help that much as players are swinging out of hut. Credit also to, I think it was mopoz. They got the first 2 kills on the P2K. That was crisp over on ramp. mopoz for me actually is the biggest revelation of this lineup. Of course, for those that followed Movistar, let's say for the last 2 or 3 years, mopoz has been an integral player, but Alex, some Pius into Martinez, these players in my eyes were always stars over him. Whereas in this lineup, I feel like mopoz is playing his best Counter-Strike perhaps ever.
Feels like it. I almost wonder if... Oh, hang on.
It might be the case also that CS2 suits him. That wouldn't surprise me either.
It certainly does, but I think we even watched him before the swap. But I almost think, in a weird way, there's more responsibility on his shoulders in this roster. Maybe there's less margin for some of the riskier mopoz moves we got used to seeing. You know, mopoz was kind of a coin flip player at times because he would put himself into very dangerous situations that would either pay off beautifully or not at all. And I think he still does some of those plays for sure. But maybe in this team without, you know, the comfort of having Alex there or having some pieces that he's more used to, there is a degree of not wanting to take those same risks. I think stadodo was going to go for the knife till he saw the Zeus. And that Zeus put the fear in him. The fear of the Greek gods into him.
Absolutely. Lightning raining down. Okay, guns are out. Couple MP9 still for Koi. Maybe a lobby crunch. A little bit tricky to perhaps play a fully standard round when you haven't got so many rifles. Let's see how they choose to allocate these players. DavyG's got a great spawn. Look at him. Straight into Secret. Doesn't make it. Decapitated. That is a perfect start. And what do you do now if you're Movistar? Do you take a risk? You've lost your team. You've lost your player so early in the round. You've got no information to make a play off the back of. So this becomes a very tricky chess game for the CT side now. You can see the call.
Footstep.
Leave ramp. Leave ramp completely. So Dodo's going to commit onto A, and you've got a player. That's DavyG in Secret. So they are praying forZe doesn't go ramp right now.
It would presumably be a safe call if it did come through, and they're not seeing any further utility there. So he's going to do the poke. Oh, now they spot the player in Secret. That's actually going to funnel them in. Weirdly enough, it funnels them straight and just might be able to catch this. The bomb. Oi, Shalfie couldn't make a mistake there. Very risky bringing back the C4, but he's drawn 2 players lower. And now they are, in fact, going for this ramp play, but there's reinforcements here. Movistar get a chance to do something with this. Smoke on to cover off the window. Bomb plant looking very likely. Smokes will cover. Oh, the walkout. The smoke, though. The walkout for DavyG. Nearly denies the bomb. There it is. A 1v2, a 1v1, a clutch, but no! Result denies!
All the frags in about 2 seconds. Absolutely intent with Movistar to come through those smokes. There must have been a call from somebody saying, let's fight on the bomb tap. And they almost pulled that off from a man deficit. That was a very good try, especially a man down. And forZe did actually put numbers ramp, which was the open area. So there are a lot of reasons that round shouldn't have gone close. And even so, Koi make it competitive. They still have a decent buy here. And of course, forZe hasn't banked them any cash given what happened in the previous. Early door nades. Result gets out in front of it. Just about down the vent too. He's got space. He's got a frag. And yet again, forZe are in the driver's seat. What is going on? Result's going crazy.
He's been ridiculous, right, so far today. I mean, in the previous series as well, top of the board. Actually curious. Let's see, what was his rating? Because this one's a save. We're not getting anything out of this. Movistar aren't even risking it. What did we get as the full rating for result in the last?
I'm going for a 1.4.
Yeah, spot on. 1.4 on the dot.
Oh my
40
Lord.
and 26 plus 14 kill differential, 91.4 ADR, 81% KAST, leading his team in every single one of those categories. I'll bust out the detailed stats.
There you go.
Yeah, he didn't have a good first kill differential, which is actually kind of interesting, but I guess he was closing rounds, not opening them. That's the
Well, this
only
time he
thing he's
opened.
negative in.
You can clearly do that too. Yeah, Movistar never got into this round. It's probably also worth mentioning they not many had head armor, so that didn't help up against the Mac 10. Not ideal.
We're still going to keep onto the SMG as well. I mean, there are some pistols out, so it makes sense for that. There's still no head armor on Adams and Just as well, so hey, why not? Let it fly.
Yeah, he'll know the money too. He'll know that this, at best, would have been a rough force fight, but more likely a save. Just what we see.
It's a complete lack of utility. Is even going to make, you know, using these limited weaponry a bit of a nightmare.
Ooh.
Result. Yeah. That's a cheeky spot for davidji. I like it. Smoke down, sneak past. You got to maximize your chances. Why not use a little bit of trickery? Little confusion. mopoz finds one towards credit. Tinier is now in a bad spot. mopoz backing away gives him at least a little bit of space to isolate this fight. But a man advantage still for Movistar. mopoz will give that up. Adams does not move to muscle, though. This fight outside has yielded dividends. How do Shalfie and Selter try and get this onto a bomb site?
Brakes are pumped. You can see Shalfie is convinced a player's going to start flanking. But it's not to be. They're loading up heaven and hell with players. Movistar want to take a duel here onto outer. Just is going to peek over towards Mini at the same time. Yeah, they know what's coming. They're just waiting for a player now to take contact. Celt's gaining a lot of ground. I'm not sure this would be expected, to be honest, and it's not. It is not, but he loses his teammate, and now they know where Selter is. He's absolutely penned in.
Enough time, too. 25 seconds. Has to try and get this towards the site. He's just got to find a fight. He's actually got a path through Mini, but... Oh, a little too wide. That's insane flick around for Selter. It's going to be a straight-up fight, and stadodo will be able to deny. Had no armor, so that first bullet hit, that aim punch was going to be wild. Well, Movistar survive.
Impressive. Of course, it all started with davidji. I guess he just took a bit of a risk and pushed his own ramp smoke. And then from there, mopoz up close with the CZ on outer, with his teammate baiting up in heaven. It kind of worked perfectly. And yes, they were lacking nades, but the team play was really nice. It was very rare that forZe got a one-on-one. And this is the result. Look at the buy from forZe. They got no cash in reserve, barely any util. So this initial nade set has to yield results because there's nothing to fall back on anymore.
Woo! That makes life easier. Ripper of a shot. And a second follow-up as well as Adams tries to get some space. They had luck playing around these smokes earlier. But it's not to be in this round. Now, alarm bells ringing for Movistar. And mopoz looks like he wants to try and reclaim some ground because he's losing teammates left, right, and center. I mean, they're just going to have the upper sight for free. Oh, that's a big whiff from Seltzer. Had the info a little early. But this bomb should be going down. And I don't know that Koi are going to fancy their chances doing anything about it.
Bomb has been planted.
Too much to ask. What a response. Some inner nades, trying to pull some attention at the same time. I guess Kukushima had a good spawn. He runs all the way out towards red. There is no AWP on stadodo, which might have been a good read as well. Gets a good angle. First kill for him. Shalfie comes over mini. Super aggressive. That's when he plays his best Counter-Strike. And if you're Koi in this situation, you're wondering what on earth happened in this round. Nice cleanups. But not long for this world is mopoz.
Shelby was trying to knife him. Which is interesting. So not a lot of money to spare for forZe either. I mean, they're going to have presumably a force buy, double eco situation for 3 players on Koi. Okay, there's some teeth in this. There's 2 rifles. There's something to this round, Alan.
And more nades than last time we saw this sort of investment. So it's a map as well, Nuke, where, you know, the pistols and the MP9, it is a little bit easier to navigate, isn't it? Take up close fights. What have we got here? Early nadage. Result goes out alone. No real flashbangs to make his life easier. And I dare say that looked almost simple for Movistar to get the opening kill.
Yeah.
And now they can smoke over towards Squeaky. There might be a AK to be recovered as well. Not ideal.
A little risky to get it. mopoz thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, that's a little confusing. The smoke's going to enable mopoz to get the upgrade. Nice little bit of movement tech there to clip the vent, not take damage.
I wonder if a flash missed, you know. It just didn't look right.
Yeah.
As result was going in. He's just coming through Squeaky and presents a one-on-one where he's the one that's flustered.
There's an insistence on A right now as well. Tough fight for Gokushima. Gets 1 chance at the shot. Otherwise, the SMG might swing.
There's no reason here for Koi to overcommit. They haven't seen anybody cross out. There's been no smokes. There's no reason for them to feel like they need to push lobby. And they've got all the numbers here. mopoz does go down. That's a nice kill. But these players are so low. Another one for Seltzer. But I just feel like now the cavalry's here, it's going to be really tricky to advance.
They're diving vent. They're diving vent. If the bomb can get down with it. Oh, it's bait. It's bait. And Shelfie does capitalize. Now he's down. There's a player up top. Whoa, he thought he drew everyone off. That's a hell of a gamble to take, Shelfie. And Adams was right behind it.
Intriguing. There's been a lot of rounds in this game so far. One team loses the opening pick really early, and then we're seeing very different approaches to how to play man down. And clearly that one from forZe wasn't ideal. What is the investment here? Neither team has had any money. We just keep trading rounds, keep winning on low buys. Just about to deploy every smoke for forZe for these cross smokes, and then after that we're not going to have much left.
Opener though. mopoz taking a risk.
What was the impetus? I don't...
He thought he had the space. mopoz thinks. I'm taking back what I said earlier about maybe he's taking a little fewer risky plays. mopoz is going to be mopoz.
We call it the Crad effect.
He was just across the smoke pop. I don't know if Adam spotted the player at credit. How? How? With a P250? With a P250, he wins that duel? What? What is this? Now they're in big trouble. They're in big trouble. It's all into Adams. They know where he is. The nade chases even. It's harassment damage. Shelfie on the line, and the swing is there.
This map is cooking up a treat. This is great. What's happening?
50 duel at range. What?
I think didn't it have a wall bang as well? Did it clip something too? What on earth just happened?
No, it's got like no box penetration. That would know. That would. What? What? All right, Movistar gonna be reeling off that one.
That was meant to be their moment. They've done all the hard work.
Cool. Body crunch. 1 down, 2 down. Quite a third, but now they know where literally everybody is. So down towards lower they go. Stadodo, what can you do with the CZ? This is your chance. Small talk to make life difficult. You're stuck in single. Yeah, that was desperation. It's like the one spot they couldn't plant for was single. So understandably they don't. Adams will have to save this gun just as well. I mean, look, it is mad cap, but they're now going to be on to 5. Economy is in their favor. This is kind of what we saw against Aurora as well. It was very back and forth in the first half. forZe took some serious risks, but at the end of the day, they got out of it with a 6-6.
The economy also in these scenarios very much favors the T side. And that is absolutely a fact here. It's so hard for Koi to get a buyout. And the next round's going to be no different. They're going to have to eco again, surely. And even off the back of that eco, it's not going to be a great buy in the following gun round. stadodo really hasn't got to AWP many times in this half. If at all, actually. Maybe early on. It's been ages with the back and forth buys. But I think that is quite a big round. Yeah. Numbers alive as well for forZe. They've got a little bit of cash in reserve with a plant. They'll be buying whatever happens in the following. So they've got a buffer, and for the first time in a long time, there is actually an eco.
Yeah, we just have to avoid, if you're forZe, the Adams AK. That's it. You avoid that, it's probably fine.
Where is
Nothing
he?
else
Back garage.
should be that much of a threat.
Back garage.
I mean, if they just go down secret, there's very little that can be done about this. There's a player down secret. Actually, I changed my mind. stadodo made a footstep. They know. Oh, he thinks he's up. Tanier. But, see, that's the problem with the B2K. He doesn't do any damage.
12 damage.
It's like, dink! I dinked him! He's dinked! And then you're going to see it afterwards, 1 for 12. Oh. I think he might have even clipped a step. I'm not even sure. I think it would do slightly more than 12. But yeah, that just kind of stinks. Tanier thinks he spotted him. stadodo knows he's not long for this world. Teammates rallying in, but they could just go back up top. Nades to chase. That's a good time to close your door.
Don't worry, the cavalry's here. A USP has arrived.
Well, I mean, forget it then. They're ready to brawl. Ramp's been cleared out. Result's holding on to this. Wait, what? How? Someone just went right past Result. mopoz is like complete. There we go. Okay. Result was going to see if he could get 2. I don't know what just happened with that exchange. Would have liked to be on board, but that's okay. We got the bomb down. Round's over. Adams presumably just going to try and save this AK. And Just will join him in that endeavor.
Now it's looking very good for forZe. They're happy. They're feeling good. And they kind of do need to save these because they need kits and stuff in the next, so that'll come off the back of these two players. forZe streaking their way up to 6. Certainly has been a brawl of a half, but the last few rounds have looked a bit more stable.
Terrorists win.
Perhaps worth mentioning that in the earlier series, it was forZe against lower buys that were the biggest concern. And, well, at least the last few rounds have been better on that front.
Hmm. Timeout expired. What are we going to get here? What are we going to get? Quite like a little bit of aggression. mopoz certainly likes a little bit of aggression. What are we gonna have? What do you think, Alan? What's the change-up pitch here?
I feel like in the modern day in CS2, you can have a lot of fun with just giving an extra HE to the outer rifler and then you break the smokes twice. And it's really hard to cross. So stuff like this, I think we've got to stop call here.
Round's not live, yep.
Yeah, round is not live. Get that reset. ASAP, looks like a player has dropped from Koi by the look of it. But yeah, I'm not sure there's any... Something is, you know, it doesn't need to be a particular setup. It's not necessarily a map like that. It's Nuke. We need to do something. Very, very default. It's just, they've lost a lot of opening duels. So for whatever reasons, they need to get on top of that. And, yeah, just winning the information game, breaking the smokes onto outer, maybe getting a player into secret early on. We did see DBG go for that earlier, but he got fragged before he could get into it, so maybe a player going through ramp that way. Anything that gets to them that info on outer would be nice, I think.
Working on the reset here. It was stadodo who dropped out, but he's back in, no problem. Just a little blip. Good old game crash. Glad it didn't happen when the round had already started.
Yeah, best time for it. Best time for it.
Hopefully just a blip. Come on. Please. Technical pause gods. Free us! Free us from this freeze time. All right, let's look forward, right? There's a whole rest of this veto to play out. Next map would be Inferno. Based on what you're seeing here, any thoughts on Inferno?
I think it will be an I mean, the way I'd actually frame this matchup is I think forZe, maybe by some margin, has the more skilled players. I think Koi have the more experienced players. I think they by virtue of that, probably have better communication, even despite, you know, the language barrier for them at the moment, and better fundamentals. So that for me is this matchup, and I think a map like Inferno, where it does come down a lot to those fundamentals, that could be really intriguing to see if, you know, some of the mistakes we saw earlier from forZe at their worst moments, maybe they're exacerbated on a map like Inferno, where you can really get punished if you're leaving gaps.
I think it's a fair read. Still some Nuke to play. Potentially a lot of it as well. We've had a little bit of time here. Molotov down. Still a lot to work with. Over on that attacking side, looks like they might want to pressure ramp. I mean, there's no obvious lean right here. You've just got Tanir working his way down secret. Was that spotted or was that just spam? I think that was just spam. But he's got a lot of space here to potentially work with, and WG is going to go lower to attempt potentially deal with it. No, mopoz, okay, just walked around outside, walked out a mini, went and hunted it down. So now no problem. They clear this out. Beautifully done from mopoz.
Yeah, and forZe don't react. They could have committed A really fast, but so caught off kilter they couldn't get into it. Now they're grouping up and trying to force something. They have one smoke, so recrossing outer is a tremendous risk. They're just going to hit A. Look, 3 players on the site. DBG is nearby in heaven. mopoz might go down, but with so many players here, that was going to be a tall order, and maybe you should just save Kukushima. This really isn't on.
No, it doesn't seem to be. 25 seconds. Looks like he wants to try and do some sort of damage here. I mean, if he can, it's not bad. The trick is just not to get clocked afterwards. Had the right read, not this shot. Nicely done from stadodo. And we got 1 round left in this half of play.
Yeah, we weren't on board with mopoz, but he found a killer timing to... He risked A for a bit, and Well, he did what I asked, actually, didn't he? He tried to grab that info on outer and actually got in behind. Very impressive.
He was listening to Coach Hender.
He was.
Get him on endpoint.
Might as well. Might as well at this point. That is not a great mod. That is not a good mod.
Oh, oh boy. That's good. That's great. Tenier down to 28 for no effort. And Stadodo now starting to collect outside. There's still risk if he wants to go for a re-peek, re-clear. So he won't. Oh, peering over the box. Oh, Kokushima was waiting for exactly that play. Think about what would I do if I were that Opera. Perhaps fortunate to be alive, and mopoz enforcing the lower sight. But here we go, the clear out up top. There's no health though. It's Kokushima with 21 points. It's got to be headshots or bust. And it will be bust instead. We're all tied up as we hit the break.
Doesn't matter. We seem too young to understand. For the better. The weather changes when we dance. Belong together. Catching sunsets, riding waves. We stay forever. Where the rhythm never ends. Too young to understand. For the better. The weather changes when we dance. Belong together. Catching sunsets, riding waves. We stay forever. Where the rhythm never ends. Where the rhythm. Where the rhythm.
We're in here. Like swimwear. We got forZe, Koi, 6-6, tied up. Nothing to separate these two teams, but Adams P250 trying to build some separation. Trying to build some pistol rounds. And it's well set up for a fight outside, but Shalfie lost. Means that now this gets a little riskier. Whoa, ho, ho. forZe have committed massively into it, and they've lost a lot of bodies as a result. All starting to fall down. Celter peeking out into a hail of lead. and nobody's on the site itself. They can just plant. They know exactly where everybody is. Selters naded out, and it's a clean round for Koi.
They took 1 bullet of damage. That was an assassination. An execution. stadodo just ripping heads with the P250. The outer wrap nades worked perfectly. It caught the players on forZe that wanted to fight. Out of position, flashed up, completely surrounded. So that couldn't really have gone any better. And check out forZe. They're choosing not to force. This is, in my eyes, the less orthodox approach. They can look to get rifles out in the following. And a mighty opportunity for your Koi to keep some players alive. Get those Mac 10s in early.
Ooh.
And how is... What the...
He went through the smoke. He's waiting to see if he could get more. Or just waiting for a headshot angle, I guess.
Well, I think because he was on the railing, his head was just...
Yeah.
really, really difficult to actually get an angle on.
He's begging for a crouch. Give me a crouch. Just one measly little crouch. But unfortunately not a solo player. So this one is going to be pretty good for Koi. Let's go Kushima can pull off some heroics. The answer is no. But, you know, sometimes when you have that USP, you feel like, you know, James Bond with a silenced Walther PPK. So, Secret Agent Man this time, not quite.
No. Okay.
Did you play any of the old Bond games when you were a kid?
A little bit. I don't remember them that well. There was the... I think the GoldenEye one was the one I remember the most.
That's the N64 one. If you had an N64. Did you ever play Nightfire on the GameCube?
I think it was on PlayStation 1 as well.
Might have been.
Maybe 2.
I know Nightfire was, I think.
I can't... It's so long ago, man. So long. I remember the rough gist.
My brother and I used to play that Nightfire mode. My friends and I... Hold on. We got a fast hit. We got a fast hitter. Selter, top of the hut. Vision clears in time, but he is traded. It's a bit of a massacre here. Oh, but now it's looking very good. stadodo left to try and do what he may. And what he may is a whole lot. Kokushima's low. Molly might finish him. He's got it back into the smoke. stadodo's away. stadodo is out of here. And there's nobody ramp. There's some options still here for stadodo. He's going to go around the world, go outside. And there's some time.
I like this from forZe, actually. They know that stadodo's in the driving seat. He now chooses where this round is going to end. I'd like forZe to stay together like they were originally. But they are going to split up. Kukushima gets himself down the vent. I don't like this, Mike. There's so many gaps on this map. There's so many places that stadodo could go. If he gets into heaven, it's just luck of the draw if Shalfie's looking the right way at the right time or if there's a noise cue.
Well, heaven's where he's going. Unless... No, heaven is in fact where he's going. If he went around the world just to go ramp the whole time, that would be amazing. Oh, Shalfie. Shalfie, just check this. There's the audio cue. Now, it ain't happening. Spray down on. Upgrade available for Shalfie, and it is going to be forZe. Hanging on to the round.
Just about. I got a little bit sketchy. Ooh. Shotgun. Result. I guess he's heading to hut. That's where we're used to seeing this weaponry. Very spicy. Seen some players opting for it over rifles at times as well. And indeed, he is up close and personal in hut. Nobody, though, to greet him. Outer take from Movistar.
Let's go Kushima down lower. About to have his hands full. Not really anyone who can come down and help him very easily. Woke up might allow the vent die, but there's still a player squeaky. Gokushima hears this. He's coming over to his teammates. Hey, any help? Any help? Any help? Please? I beg of you. Hits the first, the second as well. All right, good value out of the position for Gokushima. Going to allow his teammates to do something about this, perhaps. Tania coming through. Shelter, does he have the read? No. Well, he might have. mopoz still had the kill. Result able to zero that one out. The bomb's now ticking away, and a retake going to be needed. Shelter will take a little while to get down here. And actually rotates all the way through ramp, not wanting to risk the vent drop. I wanted to risk giving the kill up for free, so they will move all three in from the ramp side of the map. There is a kit, so there's some time to spare. Just having now moved off, take it down now. And in towards the window they go, but there's no ability to hang on. We are going to be tied up once more. And Movistar, well, they started off strong this half, but against the rifles, they cannot hold up.
Goes tight on time, but waiting for result was the move, wasn't it? Allows you to be 3 players going in rather than 2. That Molotov made it so much easier. If he can stay behind the site and play off his teammate in towards control or double doors, it's really difficult for forZe, just time-wise, to cover that ground. They could have burnt 2, 3, 4 seconds and that would have been enough. So, good friends of mine from forZe. A couple gun rounds in a row now. Koi did get a plant. And off the back of that, they've decided to force up. There's no AKs here. Galil's Mac 10s. Nade's a little bit lacking, and that was the worst possible start. They've also invested almost all their util into outer, and... well, Gokushima can call to his teammates. I can't see anybody crossing. Nobody needs to rotate.
Here it goes. Double ramp hold. Numbers in the right place. The counter molly just stunts this whole thing. Smokes might allow them some space to get out, but at least for the moment, there's a cork in it. And on the other side of the map, there's certainly Emden. They've gained some ground. This is weird for a ramp fight. Very weird, but the second player is now here, and all right. A 2-for-1 exchange might allow them access to a bomb site, might allow them access to a bomb plant at that. Result working his way in towards control. Off the door, they're fighting through, and he's not got it! mopoz runs him down. An upgrade now available. Bomb down, numbers punched in. This round felt like it was in full control. All the positioning was in their favor, but now they've got to mount the retake. mopoz, you have any more theatrics for us? 7 bullets in the gun. Better be headshots all the way. A reload forced out, but he's away. And you're right back into the swing. Seltzer pulled off the defuse. Seltzer dancing around, and no, he didn't think he came out. mopoz! What a round! Theatrics out the wazoo. That could have been a stage play.
That is huge. That has completely changed this map. Gokushima has got to be looking at his teammates saying, I just gave you the cleanest 5-on-3 there can be. They're stuck in lobby. They can't get through ramp very easily. There's mollies down. That should be borderline unwinnable for Koi. And I'm not surprised there's a timeout. Fierce probably chiming in saying, you know, from that coaching position, guys, be it comms or, you know, mistake with the setup, something wasn't right. And multiple things have to go wrong for a round like that to fall apart. So they're in a lot of trouble. Look at the buy as well. They're going to force into this.
I just love the idea of the curtain of smokes out of ramp. It's such a weird one that you could tell forZe just didn't really know how to fight it. They didn't know where to expect the next hit to come from, and it works out. D's out. Just one of them. Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
I was just going to say, maybe caution was the move in that situation. Just give it. You've got a man advantage. Oh, this is, yeah.
Not cautious. Not cautious.
Not cautious. Well. One of those spots that looks great in the frag movies, but doesn't always
Look,
work.
when it hits, it hits. When it's your only rifle and you put it up on the roof and no one else could get to it without dying, less so. They've got a second rifle, So Gokushima's going to push this one forward and make sure it's in a spot that's unrecoverable. No, they have lobby control. There's no one to hold it. So that is good information to play off of. That is a good bit of spacing. There is mopoz up on the roof here.
I mean, it's nice that they've cleared lobby, but it doesn't make masses of difference for now.
There's a player up in heaven now. Oh no, he's down low. This could actually work out. Adams peeks in, but he's lost the duel. And there's a second player here who could retrieve that gun up in heaven. mopoz. You went to his toes, get revealed. Did Seltzer spot this? No! Quick switch! The quick switch! The timing couldn't be worse! And now mopoz takes a second. The bomb's moving in. To the pody spot. Oh, nobody's watching! Oh, better gun might have done a little bit more, but the P250 is only good for one. And Movistar will be A-okay.
Little dicey.
Little bit.
mopoz needs a raise. After saving them there. That could have got very scary, but they survive. And they're going to get their cake and eat it because there's a full eco now. Nothing invested from forZe. Finally a chance for Koi to have a bit of a breath here on this T side. And, you know, we mentioned mopoz coming into this series. He's in a great bout of form at the moment. Added responsibility. Probably is the most experienced player on, well, frankly, on the server, but also talking from a Koi perspective. And he's played a great game so far.
Certainly has.
This man hasn't been bad.
Stadodo?
Yeah?
That's a no-no. It's been great. We might get run down by pistols here, though. Ah, he's got some support. They won't be able to get their hands on his gun. He certainly did enough, considering the circumstances. But there's always something fun about watching a team very cautiously take control around a site when you, as the omniscient observer, know that there's nobody on it. Redbox player could get pinched. That would give them 2 guns. Assuming the AWP hasn't been chucked out of play yet, which I don't believe it has. Uh-oh! He turned around. Alert! Alert! Alert!
Beautiful.
I could almost see the Metal Gear Solid, you know, a big exclamation mark pop up above his head.
What a game series. You're referencing all of them today.
You know, gotta go into the bag sometimes.
Yeah, you need a bit of Halo. And then complete the set.
I honestly should put this sound effect on a soundboard.
Right. We're a bit down in the dumps right now with forZe, but one good gun round and this is the game. They're only 3 behind. They're on the stronger side. It's
I
not
believe
like
in Result XM.
it's not like Koi has the masses of money either. So, well, A hit to come. Let's have some XM action.
Not quite in the ideal spot. Oh, but that flashbang is lethal. Celta, though, only one. XM gone. Shelfie, yeah, soon to follow. Being chased, naded, stuck in the corner. Just spam him. He's dead. It's not the most accurate of spam, but sure. I mean, the round's over. The round is over. Shelfie is somehow trying to gear up a plan to get the heck out of here. And well,
Okay. Okay.
What? 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 Hold on. Someone check him, PC. That is not normally Davaji. What? What?
It's the fact that when he knew Shelfie was stuck, he didn't just wall back
Couldn't
at
hit
him, and then gets the kill like that at the end.
So he's like, I've gotten away with it. I've snuck away. Oh.
Well,
What are you gonna do?
just as I talk up forZe having a chance, that is dwindled. This buy is bad. 4 map points for Koi, money in the bank for them after keeping the previous clean. Only the second pause for forZe, maybe there's something in that. But maybe they could have called these a bit earlier.
It's all according to the master plan. Here's where they start really winning. Call the pause here. W soon. Easy as pie.
I don't want forZe to play a standard round.
No? What do you want?
No. Well, it might be ramp aggression. Indeed it is, but with this weaponry sitting back, playing default, I don't think it was going to work. Even so, it's not looking great. 2 alive. Make it 1. This is going to be a map for Movistar. It's forZe's map pick. And Shalfie, it's not long for this world. Movistar are now in an excellent position to win this series.
That they are indeed. Dominant. They've gone the way of the stadodo over on the forZe side, and now, I mean, it's on to Inferno. So I have, for you, the watching audience, a trade offer. You give me your attention by keeping your eyes on this channel. We give you